better, Mr. Prescott.
I've always wanted to do this.
I mean, people often used to see him as traditional Labour as opposed to New Labour, and that was true to a degree. I mean, he obviously came from a completely different background from me. He reached parts of the Labour Party, parts of the electorate that probably I couldn't reach. But he was actually an innovator. He was highly intelligent. That was sometimes masked by, people used to make fun of his speeches and his use of the English language. But he was an incredibly direct communicator. And even if the syntax never quite made sense, the sentiment was very powerful and made complete sense. And I found him, we had our disagreements from time to time, but he was loyal, committed, an enormous help to me, and he had a fantastic gut instinct about politics.
We woke today to the deeply sad news that we've lost a true giant of the Labour movement and of this House, a man who fought for working class ambition because he lived it. As one of the key architects of a Labour government, John achieved that rare thing. He changed people's lives, and he set the path for us all to follow. And I will always be grateful to him for that. And Mr. Speaker, he did it all in his own way, with humour, with pride, passion, and total conviction. He truly was a one-off. Mr. Speaker, there will be a moment for fuller tributes. But today I send my deepest condolences, and I'm sure of the whole House, to John's wife, Pauline, and his family.
Is he going, Dave? Is he going? Merci.
Again, we are very old friends.
常统计你到中国已经是第8次了。你担任我们双边互动小组发展，从你的努力，从互动小组的工作是分不开。
To develop,
朋友能够坦诚相谈。
I am hoping to have a very frank interchange.
Your mind go west, and I am continuing to visit other parts of China, very much influenced now by the work of the task force, by receiving me today.
非常感谢，我很荣幸在每次到中国来访问所受到您对我热情友好的接待，表示感谢。